I would like to begin this peace gathering by offering a short prayer to the Buddha. If there are any lay Buddhists in this group, please join me in that offer. Okay? Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. These separate verses mean I pay homage to the worthy one, to the enlightened one. Respected venerable Buddhist monks, Senator Dr. Appel Warnock, U.S. Congressman Johnson, Georgia State Representative Roman, DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson, Mayor Patty Garrett, all distinguished guests, leaders of different communities, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Walk for Peace team, I would like to thank you all for being here today and waiting for more than 2 hours, right? More than 2 hours in this cold for Venerable Bhikkhus to arrive here. That's so much love and respect. Thank you so much for being here. Today marks the day 66 of Walk for Peace. And I usually say we have completed this many miles, but I think from now on we should start counting down. So I'm going to say we have little more than 1,000 miles left. So, and you know, the venerable monks have walked through small cities and larger cities all across America. So far, we have traveled 5 states. All along, we received a lot of love, support, and their message transcends religion, race, and politics, because their message is peace, unity, compassion, and healing. Those are the basic facts we all human beings need. When we started this journey back in October 26, we began with an interfaith ceremony where several leaders from different faith communities joined us. And in the past 65 days, we have seen support from all different communities and faith groups, because all of them care for peace. And this peace gathering is supposed to talk about peace. And Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara will give you some idea about how to achieve peace. Throughout our journey, we have seen a lot of support, and at the same time, as they call two sides of a coin, we have the other side of the coin is that these venerable monks are not used to a crowd like this. They love solitude. They meditate every day and stay quiet most of the time. So this rock star kind of perception is something they are not used to. Right? So I want to take this opportunity to ask everyone to be mindful. When they are walking on the street, let them walk. Because if all of you start walking along with them, that's going to disrupt traffic and cause chaos in the city, in the town that they are walking through. Right? We still have 1,000 more miles to go, so we need to be really careful about this. And one thing I want to mention here is that, if you look around here, you will see so diverse community here. And yet we are all standing together in unity. That makes me feel that peace finds its way through unity in diversity. And peace begins with intention, continues with action, sustained by compassion and loving kindness. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Today is going to be our peaceful day. We do have several dignitaries here who wants to pay respect, felicitate the monks who have been walking for the past 66 days. So first of all, I would like to invite Senator Dr. Raphael Warnock to speak a few words.
So when I arrived here just a few minutes ago, I heard anew in my mind and in my spirit a text that I have preached many times, heard many times, but thanks to these spiritual leaders who are with us, I heard it anew. The prophet Micah says, "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require? But that you do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with your God." All of us who are gathered here, I believe, will agree that we could use some more justice. Because as Martin Luther King Jr. said, peace is not the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. We could certainly use a lot more kindness. And they've taught us how to walk humbly, literally walking humbly. And so it's great to be here with Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara and the courageous Buddhist monks. And of course, I'm especially glad that walking alongside them is Aloka, the peace dog. They are embarking on a 2,300-mile journey for peace. These monks understand, as did Georgia's greatest son, Martin Luther King Jr., and co-pastor of the church where I still serve, Ebenezer Church, that it's not enough to simply pray for peace with our lips. We must pray with our legs. We have to put our faith into action. We must pray with our legs, our hands, and our feet. Those of us who live in Georgia and in Decatur, in the Atlanta metropolitan area, we know about the tradition that puts your body in the struggle. While we are excited by their arrival, so happy to meet them, let us not forget that this journey has not been easy. They are all in. And we are especially keeping Venerable Fra Ajahn Mahadam Pomasan in our prayers while he recovers at home in Snellville. He is a son of Georgia, and we pray for his continual healing and peace. But that's the righteous struggle these monks embarked on 65 days ago. And with every step they are taking, they are drawing attention to the steps that people of conscience must take to end violence. We need peace in Israel and in Gaza. We need peace in Haiti. We need peace in the Congo. We need peace in Ukraine. We need peace on our own streets. We must end also the violence of poverty. Poverty is its own violence that is brought upon so many children in the urban streets of Atlanta and the rural towns of Appalachia. Because in the words of Dr. King, we are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. In other words, we are all in this together on this cold night. We're all standing here together. I wish you could see you the way I see you right now. You look beautiful. Give yourselves a quiet applause just for being here. But the work of creating Dr. King's beloved community, a world where every child is safe from violence, does not rest solely on the shoulders of the monks here today. All of us must do our part. I know that many folks have been able to spend some time with their family over the holiday season. I've enjoyed the days that I've had, the quiet moments with my own 2 children. But as we all put our children to sleep, our grandchildren to sleep tonight, let us remember that our children cannot really be safe until other people's children are safe. In other words, we all have moral work to do. And so I just want to say thank you to these courageous monks who have embarked on a 2,300-mile journey from Texas to Washington, D.C. God knows we could use them in Washington, D.C. But we all have a role to play. And so we renew our commitment to this moral work, to this holy work. We can't all walk 2,300 miles, but we can all do something. Dr. King said, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving forward. God bless you all. Keep the faith. Keep looking up. I would like to offer this small gesture of kindness to Brother Panyakara. It's a small pen with Dr. King's image from those of us at Ebenezer Church and the King District.
Thank you so much. I just want to remind all of you that the venerable monks still need to walk 2 more miles before their night rest stop. So please be mindful about it. Now I request Congressman Johnson to speak 2 words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for gathering to welcome and support the Buddhist monks from the Texas as they travel through Georgia on a 2,300-mile spiritual and patriotic journey from the Huangdao Vipassana Bhavana Center in Fort Worth, Texas, to the White House in Washington, D.C. Over the course of 110 days, they will travel on foot through 10 states, inspiring people along the way to work towards a more peaceful and loving society. What attracted me 49 years ago to Nichiren Buddhism was the concept of world peace through individual happiness, with happiness achieved through the process of human revolution. It made abundant sense to me that if each person was able to make the precise cause to bring forward Buddhism from within, then Buddhahood from within, then each person could establish individual happiness, and the more Buddhas among us, the more peaceful the world would become. Buddhas don't try to steal from, kill, or seek to conquer and dominate one another. Buddhas imbued with the qualities of wisdom, compassion, and courage respect the Buddha nature of each of our fellow human beings, regardless of race, sex, national origin, or other distinction. Buddhas encourage others to unlock their potential for Buddhahood. We are all equal, and so therefore there is no discrimination among us. We come together at this unsettling time for the global family, abroad as well as here in the United States. This peace rally serves as an opportunity to reflect on the important and unique role Buddhism can play in today's suffering world. My vow is to continue doing my human revolution. Brothers and sisters, I proclaim that it is time for revolution, not a violent overthrow of government, not a revolution against anything outside of ourselves, Today, I echo the call for human revolution, a revolution that each of us must wage, a revolution against greed, anger, and stupidity, forces that exist within each of our lives. This rally reminds us of where power lies, not with the mighty, the corrupt, the greedy. Power lies with the people, and the seed of power lies with the individual. I will leave you with the words of SGI Buddhist leader Daisaku Ikeda, quote, "A great revolution of character in just a single individual will help achieve a change in the destiny of a nation, and further will cause a change in the destiny of mankind." This peace rally and the ongoing walk for peace to Washington, D.C. is an urgent message that peace is not merely a destination, it is a way of life that begins within and extends to our families, communities, and nation. And with that, I would like to present a resolution that I left at home, unfortunately, on behalf of the people of Georgia's 4th Congressional District, commending these Buddhist monks for their efforts to establish peace and to demonstrate peace throughout the world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to ask Georgia State Representative Rua Roman to speak a few words.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you. I want to echo the Senator's words. You all look absolutely beautiful tonight. I want to take a moment to first thank the incredible venerable monks for their journey at a time when we desperately need you more than we even ourselves knew. I spent some time this evening speaking to folks in the crowd, especially because many of you have been here for 7, 8, 9 hours, and I asked many of you, why are you here? And a lot of you said because you feel deeply troubled and you want a moment of community. And I think it's something to be said, and you heard it earlier, there was not a lot of expectation about sort of how many people are going to come out into the streets, meet them in their journey, meet them at the border of our state. And so it left me thinking about why this moment, why this matters. As a Palestinian raised in Georgia, it is also not lost on me personally the stops you all have chosen along the way. You could have done this journey anywhere in the world, and even in the United States. Yet you chose the South, a place where most have written off. And as you continued your journey, you have stopped at towns long neglected, but also historic sites of the civil rights movement. Because there is no path to peace without care for our brothers and sisters. Our peace is intertwined. And it is one we must work for, because peace is not a passive action or even a destination. As you have shown us, it is one that requires constant work as your journey continues to show. And as Dr. King once said, those who love peace must learn to organize as effectively as those who love war. The reality is that everything happening around us is a choice, and we can make different choices. Yet those who love war, corruption, and exploitation are trying to divide us. But again, I remind you, look around you, look to your left, to your right, behind you, and in front of you at your neighbors. Together we can have peace, but it requires all of us committing to the action of it. Because peace isn't just ending conflict or stopping bombs from dropping on innocent children. No, peace is also feeding a hungry child right here. Peace is when someone is sick, they have a hospital to go to and can afford that treatment. Peace is when you work a full-time job and can afford to live. Peace is not having to worry about being snatched off the streets by masked agents on your way to work. Peace is when you build for a better future, not just stopping the destruction of our present. As political leaders, that especially means that every decision we make in policy we support is one that leads to peace, including economic peace and security for all of us. I also hope for some in leadership, it is a reminder to end their association with organizations supporting genocides around the world, including in Congo, Gaza, Sudan, and all around the world. So to those here today, I hope this moment is more than a historic event. I hope it inspires you to organize towards peace with everything that you have. It inspires you to care for your neighbor and to refuse to settle for any less. Truly, thank you to the moms here tonight for your inspiration, for your journey, and for your reminder to all of us, to all of you here, and all of you that will meet them on this journey. I hope that it reignites in you a passion for a better future and an end to the cynicism that continues to make us believe there's no better tomorrow, because I promise you there is. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now, I'd like to ask the person who has been walking all day with the Venerable Monk, County CEO Congressman Johnson.
Good evening. It is true that this morning I was inspired to actually meet our beloved vulnerable monks as they approach the cab at the Ellingwood County line. Let me say that today for me has been a day of sacrifice. But for these noble, concerned members of our beloved community, this has been nothing less than a 66-day pilgrimage for peace. I stand before you this evening at a time when seemingly we see war, we see conflict, chaos, and also divisiveness that is marching across America, from Washington, D.C., to the halls of communities and governments across the United States of America and beyond. But this evening, I'm inspired because I see hope. I see a beloved community that has come together this evening for peace. So this evening, I begin with gratitude, with awareness, and also with a deeply held belief that we are better in America than what we see. To the Buddhist monks, I want to say thank you for being a living demonstration of sacrifice in a world that often looks beyond the contributions of those who give so much, for the small minority of the few who give so little. Your walk today has been witnessed, and it has been inspiring to me, because I came to tell everyone that is present this evening that across America, it's time we do something. It is time we come together in an unprecedented way. Peace has a price. It is time we choose peace. It is time we demand peace. And it is time that the American people take back what rightly belongs to them. Our presence this evening sends a very powerful message. When I first began to watch this journey, I had no idea that so many individuals would begin to approach, to embrace, and would even come out this evening for this movement. In this day and age, I want to announce that peace requires courage. And it also requires restraint when reaction is often easier. It requires empathy when disagreement has become commonplace. And it requires forgiveness, not as a denial of harm, but as a pathway forward for healing. Forgiveness allows us to loosen the grip of anger and to make room for understanding. And I want to say that if often we would sit and speak with each other, we would realize that we have more in common than what separates us. It doesn't matter what ship you came here on. This evening, we're all in the same boat now. DeKalb County is one of the most diverse communities in the United States, with the most diverse square mile being in Clarkston, Georgia. And our strength has always come from our ability to honor the differences that make us unique. It is time we simply respect each other. So this evening, as I leave, I want to thank each and every one of you for choosing peace and choosing to be present at such a time like this. And I also must say we can't leave the same way we came. It's time we work together, that we demonstrate and manifest what we expect from those who represent us, from the highest level to the local level. So thank you, and thank you to our Buddhist monks. I have no idea how they have kept the stride that I witnessed today, but God. So as they leave, let us pray for their safety, for their protection. And let us also pray for our neighbors and pray for our communities. Because the solutions that we seek aren't out there or in Washington. They're right here. Each and every one of you who are watching me. May God bless each one of you, and may God please continue to bless and guide our vulnerable moments.
Thank you so much. Now, I would like to invite Mayor Patty Garrett for a brief speech. And she also have some themes to distribute, right?
Thank you. Welcome. I think I just knocked this mic off.
Looking good. Staying warm.
All right, there we go. First, I want to welcome everyone here on behalf of the city of Decatur. We have some other elected officials that represent City of Atlanta, City of Decatur, City Schools of Decatur, other state representatives and county commissioners. And I'll just take a moment to ask them briefly to stand, and we'll give them a silent welcome as well. So. It's truly my honor to be with you this evening and have this gathering here in Decatur. When the monks group reached out to us to host this, I can't tell you how excited I was to find out that they wanted to be here in the city of Decatur in DeKalb County as a part of their journey. It really warms my heart also to see all of you, as several speakers have noted, and it is truly an honor to be a part of this peace event tonight. And as in recognition of that and in honor of our guests, I'd like to read a brief proclamation. Whereas In a time of great change and reflection for our nation and people across the United States, we are seeking ways to promote unity, healing, and peace in our communities. And whereas the Walk for Peace is a 2,300-mile spiritual and patriotic pilgrimage that began on October 26th at the Warnock, the Panasa Havana Center in Fort Worth, Texas, and continues on foot through 9 states to the White House to Washington, D.C. Whereas this historic journey is led by Bhikkhu Panakara, accompanied by 18 Buddhist monks, and Aloka, the peace dog, and reflects the timeless values of the Buddhist tradition, wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness, while also honoring deeply held American principles, unity, personal responsibility, and mutual respect. And whereas this pilgrimage comes at a critical time when communities across our nation face rising mental health challenges, divisions, and global uncertainty, serving as a reminder that peace is not merely a destination, but a practice that begins within and radiates outward to families, communities, and nations. Whereas the city of Decatur is an officially designated welcoming city and is proud to be home to people of many backgrounds, cultures, faith traditions, and belief systems. And whereas the Walk for Peace extends an open invitation to people of all faiths, backgrounds, and beliefs to join in a shared aspiration to live with greater compassion, mutual respect, and understanding. Now, therefore, I, Patty Garrett, Mayor of the City of Decatur, the city of homes, schools, and places of worship, do proclaim Tuesday, December 30th, 2025, as a day of peace in the city of Decatur, and encourage all to commend Bhikkhu Panakara, the participating Buddhist monks, and all organizers of the Walk for Peace for their efforts to foster unity, healing, and peace across our state and nation, embodied by this pilgrimage and gathering. We will all leave differently than we were when we got here. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mayor. We have come to the end. I know all of you are waiting to hear from Venerable Bhikkhus. I would like to invite Venerable Bhikkhu Panyakara to address this peace gathering.
Good evening, respected Senator, Congressman, State Representative, mayors, and all the government officials. And thank you to all the law enforcement, all volunteers. And thank you everyone who gathered here this evening in the cold weather. Do you know why I decided to walk for peace? No? Let me share. I have seen so many sufferings around me. during the COVID-19, we supported a lot of people, a lot of communities around us with food every week, 750 families per week for 2 years. And then we went to Uganda, Africa, and I have the nonprofit for all kind of relief around the world. And I have traveled, I've seen a lot of sufferings in so many different ways. That led me to a thought of do something for this country and for this world, hoping that it will heal some of the people. We picked this route to go to Washington, D.C. We have went to states with really sad history. I cried. And I make this statement. Today, again, I would like to share, and I want to make this statement to everyone here. Our ancestors, all those people have sacrificed their life for freedom and peace, and they all have died. For all of us here to live with free of hatred, free of all kind of sufferings, and to have a peaceful life. They have done their part, and we are here still struggle with our life. We carry that hatred, that anger from generation after generations. We pass it on to our kids with hatred. We suffer. It's not enough. That is why we want our kids to suffer the same way, or what? I have seen so many children wanted to fight for something that they don't even understand. But I do see that it's suffering within them because of all that anger and hatred. It's because of hatred and anger that is why this world is chaotic. Always fight with each other for something that we call benefits. And us Buddhist monks, we walk for this far is not to stir up any pot. We want to share with you all this message. If there is no loving kindness, there is no peace. If there is no compassion, there is no peace. Loving kindness means we love everyone equally. There's no separation. There's no you and I. There's no mine and yours. There's a quote that our Buddha said, hatred will never cease hatred. Only loving kindness can cease hatred. And we walk for this far. It's very painful. We got our brother monk, which is Ajahn Mahanam, got an accident and have to cut off his leg. Our venerable monks here, we walk almost like 25 to 30 miles per day. It worn us out. We have legs injuries, body injuries, but we still walk for this far. Just want to share with you all that loving kindness and compassion will bring us peace. If we don't have peace within ourselves, we cannot expect anybody to bring us peace. Government officials can bring us external peace by protecting this country. But for us to have peace for ourselves, we have to practice to be mindful every single act, thinking, and verbal. Without this, we will never have peace within ourselves. Our message is very clear. Walking from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. wanted to share this love and this message to all people and everybody, all beings. We will not exclude anyone. Even though there are so many haters, so many people that hated us and shouted at us, yelled at us, and cursed at us, we react with, may you be well, happy, and peaceful. If we all can do this together, our country will be at peace. Our world will be at peace. Us monks alone, we cannot bring peace to this country, to this world. Nor any of us. But for all of us monks and all of us here and all the people in this country and around the world working together to have peace for ourselves and our family, this country, this world will be at peace. Don't you think so? For that purpose, for that case, we would like all of us to work closely within ourselves every day, mindful with our action, our verbal, our thinking, and practice to have a peaceful day every single day. By making a statement for ourselves in every morning when we wake up, right now, today is my peaceful day. And live with that message, with that statement throughout the day. Don't let anybody in this world mess it up. We are the only person who can mess it up. No one else. Even though they throw in rock, lemons, bitter melons at us, we cook them all and eat. Okay? We don't need to react, because the more we react, the suffer we are, and we don't have time to waste. We don't have that much energy to waste for all that toxic. We should spread love and kindness and compassion to the universe so that all beings can receive it equally. No hatred. Imagine within this rally, if this group of monks come here with full of hatred, will you be able to stand here? No, because of that energy will push everybody away. But because of love, compassion, because of we are here together for one mission, which is to have peace for ourselves, for our family, for our society and our country and the whole world, that is why we be able to stand here together. It doesn't matter what background we are, what faith we believe, what skin color, or what language we speak. We all have the same blood color as bread. We have the same taste of tear, which is salty. There's no difference in between. So there's no need to be separated. All we need to do is just care for ourselves a little bit, give ourselves some love. Because we have been putting ourselves out there for so long, chasing so many things for ourselves, end up with suffering. We didn't have time to care for ourselves, to give ourselves some love, while that inner child has been crying and asking for help. Yet we didn't care. This is the call, this is the key, this is the message that our venerable monks share everywhere we go, every step we make. That hopefully all of us will walk together to Washington, D.C. for one purpose, is to have peace, to spread peace. It's not to fight. Remember the first thing that I mentioned, our ancestor, all the brave person who sacrificed their life for peace, they have died. We are here living in this generation. We should carry and we should live the way that they have done for us, so that their soul can be free, so they can move on. That is the way to share love. That is the way to pay gratitude to them. Just like we pay gratitude to our parents. We love our parents. We should love those people the same way. And let them go the way, their own way. We have to carry on the message of peace, to live peacefully every day. And that is all I wanted to share. So will you all walk to Washington, D.C. with us or not? Spiritually, you can walk spiritually by practicing to be mindful every single day. If you all can do this, to have a mindful and peaceful day without fight, within our family, within our society or friends or anything, the world automatically will be at peace. If all of us can do the same thing, we don't need to go to war to fight for it. Who believe in that, please raise your hand. Thank you so much. And so that means all of you will not escape from walking to Washington, D.C. with us, right? So let us all practice loving kindness, compassion, so that peace can bloom throughout this country and flourish throughout the universe. Can we do this? Thank you so much. May you all be well, happy, and peaceful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mante. I would like to thank the city of Decatur and all the staff members from the city for making this program possible here. And before concluding this peace gathering, I have one request to all of you. Venerable monks are planning to distribute the blessing threads, blessing bracelets, but since it's already too late, it's 6:30 and they still have 2 more miles to walk, can I ask you all for a group blessing? Okay, it seems most of you agreed. Now, I also need to get permission from the Venerable Monk. So, I would like to ask all the venerable monks to come in front and do the group blessing for all of us.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Let us all please put our hand up together like this, and we can close our eyes to receive the energy of this blessing. Thank you.
Pamanggalang lakantu sapa dewata sapa buddha nubhavena sadhaso devavantu sapa manggalang lakantu sapa dewata sapa dhamma nubhavena sadhaso devavantu sapa manggalang lakantu sapa dewata sapa sangghanu bhavena sadhaso devavantu Diamule sakayanang diwatano ewang tawang visayo hisaya sucaya manggale aparasita palang kesisi patawi pokale abhiseke sapapotanang akabato pabodani akalang sumanggalang supapatang suhoditang sukado sumahoto jasunyetang brahmacari supadakinang kaya kamang waja kamang padakinang mano kamang panitiye padakinang ikatawan nalapan tatin padakinang.
May all beings be happy. May peace and loving kindness spread through every heart. Blessings to all.